Okay, so I'll show you the final product and then we'll show you how you got there. So we've got our quad seam connector at a 45-degree angle, and we've got quads on one side of the plate and quads on the other side of the plate. So if I undo this, you'll see what I started with. So two completely unmatched meshes. First thing we're going to do is going to go into the connectors browser, the connector ribbon, and we need to make something called a control. That's what creates or has all your connector information in it that you can reuse on different entities. So you can see that I've already got one made here, but we can start from scratch. So I can say right click create, and it's going to be a seam weld. We can change the type. So in this case, we're using a quad, seam quad angled. Tolerance is going to be the distance between your parts. Pitch is going to be using the nodal pitch, or you can actually input a defined density. So I'm just going to use the nodes, and I want to keep my nodes that I'm using on the one part. And we've got the angle. And then we can come down here and we use what's called a quad transition using imprint. Essentially what that means is we're going to take the line of nodes that we're using as our input, imprint it onto our part within a tolerance, and then we'll do a quad transition off of that. And that's all we need to do. So we've got this control, connector control. And then we go into the connectors itself and we say connector, we'll do a line connector. We'll pick the line, that's our input. We'll pick our control, and we can say check mark for realize. And you can see here we've got our quads, we've got our seam quads, we've got our transition quads on both sides of the weld itself, and then we've got a remesh on both of our parts. And we can see all the information here as well. We can change it as needed. The link is going to be your two parts that are being connected. So you can always reuse these if the components get updated.